Alright, so I'm just coming out of Jeffersonville. I worked all day yesterday on Sunday to catch up. I had a bunch of stuff that I had to get done. And I've been on the road all morning since about 7 o'clock this morning. I was a little backed up. I got hit with COVID over the holiday. Doing good now. I have 2 negative PCR tests. That's not the rapid test. That's the PCR. It takes like 24 hours to get results. I was cleared Thursday, but I took a couple extra days just to relax a little bit. I mean, I was, you know, literally in bed for 4 solid days, real sick. But I'm just coming out of Jeffersonville. I'm headed to the other side of Liberty here. I have a Kia Optima to do and a 13 Civic to do and a few other things. I don't have them right here off the top of my head, but let's get rolling. Okay, and the way that you get the code to these Civics, there's a little notch here on the side. Slip that in there. This pops up. They come out of there pretty hard because they get full of coffee and stuff sometimes. That's out of there. And bear with me, I'm doing this through the camera. It's going to be M918. Alright, so with the Gymkhana, we're going to choose vehicles, Honda, Civic, and let me just double check the code. I think it was M918, yes. I always like to keep track of it because I am out of blanks, so I'm actually using a shell on this. M918. Chuck this up, roughly use 0. Cut. Don't let it do its thing. Alright, so I'm just going to check the key in the Civic. If you do look in there, that shutter's kind of busted up and it has crazy glue in the bottom of it. But it does work. Let's just double check this ignition. Yes, we're going to need the booster pack because it is stone dead. And I looked this up by VIN. This does not have a power trunk release, so it's just lock, unlock, and panic on this. Alright, so we're in this Honda Civic. I have my booster pack on there. Security is flashing there. 3-button key, lock, unlock, and panic. First thing we're going to do, choose Honda, agree. Mobilizer. Do this auto. Ignition is on. Can do all keys lost. This may be a repo, I'm not sure. We want 1 key in total. Off the ignition, turn on the ignition, turn off the ignition, switch on the ignition, turn off the ignition, turn on the ignition. Our green security light over there is out. Yes. Turn off the ignition, turn on the ignition. Key has been registered and security is out. I guess we can try to start this. Let this run for a minute. My booster pack's really dead. Last couple of days I really used the hell out of this thing. This is a 6-speed and pretty disgusting. Alright, so we just did the Honda Civic. Now we have to do this Kia Optima. I'm going to check for a code in this thing. It's about 18 degrees out here. All right, so we got really lucky on that one. I opened the owner's manual and somebody wrote key code with a pen inside with the key code number on there. So we're gonna search codes with this, and this is E0434. Next. Chuck this up to 0. Hit cut. Oh yeah, it helps if I close the cover. We'll let this do its thing. All right, so we're at this Kia. It's beautiful. Another nice clean one. Beautiful. Gotta cut them one more for this. They want 2 keys on this one. And here's the books I just wanted to show you. Brand new. It's almost like they've never been opened. But in the back, they were nice enough to write the key code down. Sweet. And one other thing before the peanut gallery starts about, not being vaccinated and should have been vaccinated and everything else. I was vaccinated and boosted, all 3 shots. When I work in a school, I wear an N95 certified mask from 3M, not the KN95 junk or these little paper things. I wear a legitimate N95 certified mask, the same one that they use in operating rooms and stuff like that. Rubber gloves, make sure I don't touch my face, all of that stuff. And the maintenance guy tested positive. They called me up. They're like, "Yep, you should go get tested." I was like, "All right." So I went and got tested. Sure enough, I had it. And it doesn't matter how wrapped up you are with masks and gloves and all this stuff. If it's going to get you, it's going to get you. You're not going to hide from it. We got our highest numbers ever right now in New York. So it was like 85,000 people. I think it was yesterday or the day before tested positive. You can run, but you can't hide. It's going to get you one way or the other, no matter how cautious you are. You just got to watch your butt and make sure if you do feel sick, go get tested, man. I can't emphasize that enough, because with the new medicines and stuff, they can whip you right back into shape pretty quick. Anyway, just figured I'd share that with you guys. All right, so I just pulled into the shop. Of course, there's no parking here, but I'm going to take a look at this Lincoln and see exactly what's going on with it. All right, so I'm in this 2012 Lincoln. They only had 1 key, so I have an extra key for them. And they didn't even know about the programming slot that's down here. So we're going to pop the original in the slot and choose Ford. This does have the new PCM in it. They were driving it around with the old one. By vehicle, smart key. This is a Lincoln MKX 11 Plus. Here's a good one for you. Number of keys, 255. We're going to go to Program Smart Keys. Yes, we know where the slot is. And this is going to take us a few minutes. I'll be right back with you. Alright, so that said that the key programmed in here. I'm going to put the new key in the slot. I'm going to hit yes. Total keys programmed 4. Let's see if this will start now. Check charging system. Alright, so I think something was up with that computer that they bought for that. It wasn't the shop, it was the people that provided the computer. It's just one of those, I guess, half-assed computer companies online. I guess they supposedly write your VIN in. I checked the VIN in the computer. Nothing was written in there. It was a totally different VIN. The thing had 14 codes in a remanufactured computer. So I don't know how good that company is. I program the keys in the car would plug the old computer into the car. The car still starts and runs beautifully, even with the extra key that I added in. But there's definitely something going on there. I tried perimeter resets, everything, but a reman computer should not have 14 codes stored in it. I do a lot of them, and it's usually never an issue with them. But anyway, it's 5 o'clock already. I'm going to head home. I don't want to overdo anything. And it's a whopping 17 degrees right now. I'm going to head home for the night, and I'm going to roll today over into tomorrow's calls just to give you guys a little bit more to watch. I appreciate it. Alright, so here we are, day 2. It's almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Haven't had time to record anything. It's just been a marathon here, trying to catch up everything and then stay caught up with the work. But I still have to do a couple here this afternoon. Right now I'm going to install a combination lock here in Ferndale, and then I have to go to Woodridge to add a computer, a used computer, into I think it's like a 2011 Chrysler. I'm going to see if we can do that. But anyway, let's get rolling, and I'll be back with you here in a little bit. Alright, so I'm just waiting for the guy to come open the gate up for me, and we're going to get this combination lock thrown in here. Alright, so here we are here. This has a stop work order on it, but in New York you can still put locks in the door to secure it. We're going to put a passage knob in the bottom and a combination lock on top. Alright, so this passage knob is in there. The door actually works really good. Everything closes nice and solid, and now we're going to throw the combo in there. And I get people all the time that ask me if these combination locks will cover this is a factory 2 3/8 inch hole. So I just center that and mark the 3 holes up top, cut these out, and it covers a 2 1/8 inch hole all day. Alright, so here's this actually covering fully on a 2 1/8 inch hole, and inside long screws that go into the stud behind it, and everything is adjusted perfect. I tried to surface mount it, but there wasn't enough space in there, but this is done. Alright, so we took care of the combination lock and the passage knob there. It's funny, he's like, my brother told me about your YouTube channel, so now we watch it almost every night. I think that's great, man. So many people picked up on my YouTube channel local. Like, so many people are like, hey, are you the guy that films a YouTube channel? It's amazing how many people pick up on stuff like that. I think it's fantastic. I got a woman that called me the other day. She's coming up in a couple of weeks from the city. I guess she Googled locksmith in the town or whatever, and my video had popped up. And she's like, oh, it's fine if you film there, it's okay. She's like, I love your videos. She's like, they're great. Me and my husband have been watching it. I'm like, wow. It's just, never thought it would turn into what it did, but I find it, you know, flattering, actually. Never expected that. But anyway, I am just leaving Ferndale here, and I am headed to Woodridge. We're going to see what we can do with this Chrysler computer. And Gumby just sent me a WhatsApp from YouTube. He's on all of that, Twitter, all that stuff. And he just put in one of those combination locks in his house, and he said it came out fantastic. I just told him he had a good teacher. You know, just messing around with him, of course. Anyway, good job, Gumby. I will, I'm going to head to Woodridge, and I'll be back with you guys here shortly. Alright, so we just pulled in on this. This is a 2010 Dodge Avenger, this blue one here on our right. They put the new computer in it already, so I'm going to see what I can do with it, see if we can get this programmed. Alright, so with the IM508, we're going to go to Dodge. We're going to go to System Selection. This has the PCM changed in it. I'm going to click OK. Key is on, by the way. Okay, so I'm going to check the PCM VIN with the VIN on the car. $44679. Let me just double check. Okay, so this has the VIN out of the old computer. Please ensure whether this is true. No. Valid. VIN is valid. Press OK to rewrite VIN. Okay. Alright, let me enter this new VIN in. I'll be right back. Actually, I should say let me write the correct VIN in and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I wrote the VIN to the actual car into this. I'm going to press enter. Okay. VIN has been changed. That's just a blend door inside the dash banging around there. We're going to escape. Mobilizer. Actually, we're going to back out of this. We're going to go to manual selection. North America. What the heck was this thing? This was a... Wait, this is... Oh, God. Avenger. 10 to 14 blade key. Yes. Let's click OK to be safe. Make sure that the VIN stayed in it. A hot function. Go to all keys lost. Hit start. Okay. I'll switch it off and switch it on again just for the heck of it. $5630. Yes, we want to learn that key. Got our ding. Current number of keys 1. Our security is down there, but it is blinking. Let's just turn this off. Check this. It's okay. Security is on. Now it's off. Let me program the other key. I'm going to put the original back in here. Do you want to learn another key? Yes. We already did that. That key is learned. No, we don't want to learn anymore. So we'll close everything out. That key is in. That key is in. Okay, so now we're going to insert the programmed key. I'm going to click OK. Go to control unit. And we're going to go to PCM replaced. Okay. Okay. Okay, what I forgot to do with this was enter the country code in here. And US is, if you read down here, is 03. This is 5630. It's saved. Oh, come on. 5630. Okay. Alright, so our security light is out. If I shut this off and I turn, let me close the door. You'll actually hear the fuel pump run. Security goes out. This thing, by all rights, should crank now. Let me go through this and see what's going on here. I just looked under the hood, missing fuses, missing a relay. They're gonna have to go through this and figure out what's missing, but everything I need to do is finished. All right, so with that car, I mean, who knows what the heck is going on with that Avenger. I mean, I've never done an Avenger, but to me, it should just be like everything else, you know, adding the computer in. But they're gonna have to go through it. See, I did find the one relay. It was on the passenger side seat in the edge of the seat. I actually plugged it back in there. And they had a couple of different guys working on it and stuff like that. I guess when it heats up, it wasn't shifting or something like that. It was in the computer. I have no idea. I'm not a mechanic or a magician. I just, you know, I'll add a computer in for a shop like that. I do it quite a bit. You know, I usually have a 99% success rate as long as the computer's right. I mean, that's a junkyard computer out of a wreck. I mean, who knows what's wrong with it? It's hard to say. But anyway, they'll figure it out. If they need if they get another computer and they want me to program it in there, I'll program that one in too. But anyway, I am headed home. It's about 4:45. I've just been trying to take it a little bit easier than normal. I'm gonna head home. I appreciate you guys watching, and don't forget the thumbs up.